Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going over the Gigantamax yet again. We're going to go a little bit more in depth on strategy and how you can prepare right now, and going over a few things as well as a couple of leaks, because I know a lot of people are still a little bit confused, as well as completely walking away from this whole situation when it comes to the Dynamax and Gigantamax money grab situation. So folks, if you can hit that like button, you knocked it out of the park yesterday. I really appreciate that. And well, we're going to go ahead and discuss it even further in this video here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start it off with the Pokemon group putting out some leaked assets here. Now, I know I got it wrong in the trailer yesterday. I said at the end it was Eternus, which we're going to get one day, but it was actually Gigantamax Gengar that we're going to be getting around Halloween. So we do have that asset, as well as some of these costume Pokemon, Rowlet, Froakie, and their evolutions do have that like little top hat thing going on. So if that's your thing, there you go. And then we do have the assets for the Toxtricity as well. We've already seen these for a while, and Niantic did announce officially that Toxtricity Gigantamax is going to be in the wild area for November. So stay tuned for that one, and we should be a lot stronger by then because we're going to have the Gigantamax starters to be able to handle that. Now, we're also going to be going over what Pokemon you should be investing in as far as Dynamax, because I know a lot of people are very iffy about what they should be powering up, how difficult are these going to be, and how many people are we going to actually need when it says between 10 and 40. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the starter portion of this. So we have the Grookey and family starters, all Gigantamax, or they can Gigantamax, but Dynamax at this moment. And then we also have Bulbasaur and family Kanto starters for the Dynamax. So which ones do you want to invest in? If you have already invested in some, it's okay, but I'm going to show you the actual stats so you know which ones you want to go for. So Rillaboom, as we know, doesn't have a community day move yet, but it will in the future. As far as Venusaur, it does, but you're going to have to use an Elite Charge TM on these Pokemon unless, you know, you wait for December and you can get it then whenever we do get that, or whenever they have a rollback around, but you're not waiting for that. So Rillaboom's attack is going to be sitting at 239, while Venusaur is going to be sitting at 198. So you make the choice there. I know you may have a lot more candies for Bulbasaur, so you can invest in these Venusaurs, but Rillaboom's attack is a lot better, although Venusaur does have Frenzy Plant, and I personally did use an Elite Charge TM, so take this information how you will as to which one you should power it up. Now, obviously, Rillaboom is going to be good to go up against Blastoise, but not only that, it is also going to be good to go up against Gengar 2-ish, because it does have Earth Power, so just keep that in the back of your mind. I'm not telling you which ones to power up, but I'm just going to give you a little bit of a tip here. So you're going to have to kind of strategize like rock, paper, scissors style. Unless you have a massive group of people, sure, you can just go in there, throw whatever you have at it. Don't even really need to power anything up, and you'll probably take it out. But for the other people who have lesser in your group, you're going to have to do that whole rock, paper, scissors style. So you have to start somewhere. So I would suggest your group, you talk to them, see which ones of these Dynamax Pokemon that have powered up the most. Go off of that to whatever you're going to be able to take out easiest. So say a bunch of people have Charizard powered up. Your best bet is to start at Gigantamax Venusaur. And then after that, once you've gotten the Gigantamax Venusaur, then you're going to work your way to the Gigantamax Blastoise and then the Charizard and so on, okay? It's kind of like a strategy like that. All right, moving it on to the next one here. We have Cinderace and Charizard. Cinderace's attack is going to be 238, while Charizard's going to be 223. Not a big difference here, so you make the choices on whatever you want to power up here. I personally have a Charizard completely maxed out, so that's me right there. And then we have Inteleon and Blastoise. Now, I'm going to be powering up an Inteleon. I'm not going to be completely maxing it out because I don't have the XL candy for that, nor will I be investing my XL candy in that either. But its attack is going to be sitting at Inteleon 262, pretty high. And then you have Blastoise sitting at a very low 171. So again, you're going to need all the firepower you can muster up. Now, Inteleon also has Shadow Ball, which is going to potentially be good up against Gengar because, well, Gengar is going to be also weak to Ghost. So keep these things in mind. You also have Greedent and Double, which has Bite and Crunch, and then Double with the Payback. And they're normal, so you will be resisting the Ghost. So those are other options as well that you can explore, but we're not going to go down those. So there are the starters. you can tell that, you know, the newer starters, their attack is higher, but the older Kanto ones do have Community Day moves. So choice is yours, and I'm just trying to give you some ideas here. Now let's go ahead and start this video right now, and we're gonna go ahead and take a look at my Pokemon and see what Dynamax I have ready to go here. So when it comes to the Score Bunny, I don't quite have one that I want to actually power up. I could have went with that 15, 10, 15, but this Sobble here, I'm just gonna go ahead and invest in this, seeing that I already have a fire type attacker, and I don't really wanna put too much Stardust or candies into this whole Dynamax thing quite yet until I'm actually at the Gigantamax raids with a group of people. And if it's so difficult that I need to power up more things, at that moment, I will do it. But for now, I'm gonna kind of hold off and just build a couple of teams to strategize around the situation until we really got to beat on this thing. So we have the Inteleon here. I did evolve it. I am going to power it up. But when it comes down to its max attack and the, you know, the little specials that it does have, that's going to require candy too. So you're going to have to pick and choose if you're not sitting in an abundance of candies for a particular thing here. So what I'm going to do is just power it up, and then I'm just going to have to collect some more candies, and then I will probably, I don't know if I want to max out its max geyser, because if I do that, it is going to require XL candy, which I don't really want to invest in, because Inteleon is going to also get a Gigantamax in the future, and I don't think it's within your best interest to use XL candies on these Dynamax Pokemon unless you absolutely direly need it. Okay, so again, you better start strategizing with friends so you can get this going here and kind of talk about which Pokemon you have powered up and ready to go, as well as them, so you can coordinate which Gigantamax you should start at. So as you can see, I just powered it up. All right, we bring it up to the point where you're level 40. Okay, so pretty cool Pokemon. I'm happy with this. Its Gigantamax is absolutely amazing, sitting at a top of a little thing like a sniper. And now we do have this Venusaur. I'm going to go ahead and power this up since I've already made the investment, and all of its little stats, its max guard, its attack are all maxed out, and I'm still sitting at 410 XL candy, which I am going to be investing in, of course, the Gigantamax Venusaur, because I love that thing, and well, those are the ones you're going to be wanting to invest in at this point. So we're not going to go all the way, because I just don't find it justifiable yet. Now, when it comes to that Blastoise, I'm not going to do much with it. We're going to sit on it. Again, when it comes to this Gengar, though, you do have Double and Greedent, which are normal, as well as having Dark type moves. So there is that there. Blastoise also does have Bite, and Inteleon with Shadow Ball. So the choice is yours, okay? Again, we're just going to briefly go over this so we can kind of get a beat on this, where we're kind of rolling down the hill. We kind of need to grasp ourselves here, get a grip on things, right? So anyway, or you can completely ignore this whole thing and you don't need to worry about it. What's the point? We're going to get to that. We're going to get to why you probably don't want to ignore this, okay? Or you can just ride on the backs of other people. That is an option too. So I'm just going to go ahead and set these three teams up here for Charizard, Gigantamax, Venusaur, and Blastoise Gigantamax, so you can see. So there you go. That's what I'm roughly having right now, or what I'm roughly going to be making. Probably will invest more in the future, but for now, we're just going to do this right here. So going up against, what is this one going to be here? I don't really remember. All right, so Venusaur, Metagross. Okay, so that's for Blastoise, I suppose. I put Charizard at the end. I should probably figure something else out with that. Now, another issue is the max particles. You can have 1,000 per day. You can go over that. You can go over, but that's the limit, 1,000. And how much do these Gigantamax cost? 800. So you're going to be able to do what, 1 or 2 per day with your massive group of people that you finally got together. So what's that going to lead you to? Going to the shop to buy some more. You better believe it. I'm not going to get a group of people and have this only lasting for a day and a half and then just do a couple per day. You better believe I'm buying some of these, and I will be bringing you a good in-depth video when it does happen. Hopefully I can get a nice group of people going here so we can showcase all this here. But yes, I will be buying some more max particles, and I will be rating the hell out of them, because this is it. Now, what is the actual point of doing these? All right, let's get to it. Somebody left a good comment. It's literally do Dynamax to invest in Gigantamax Pokemon in order to go up against Gigantamax, special Gigantamax Pokemon that we're going to be seeing in the future, like Eternus, or just special Gigantamax releases. Now, that's what it's all about. So you're thinking, okay, special ones. Well, let's just think about this. What if they don't release Eternus outside of the Gigantamax raids. So essentially, there's no way for you to just raid it on its own. They won't be putting it in raids, hypothetically, and the only way to get it is going to force you to go into these Gigantamax raids. Now, this is where you could just ride on other people's backs that have powered up things, which I don't have a problem with that, but it's good to contribute, okay? This is gonna, I think these groups are gonna be a little bit more, little bit tighter than just random raid groups. Unless you're in the middle of the city, you can just join these things and nobody really gives a damn because they just fill up anyways, and you don't even, you may see a couple of them, but they're just everywhere, right? So you do have that. What's the point? At the end of the day, so you can get some exclusive Pokemon that they're probably going to be dropping at GoFest and such that are going to be exclusive to the Gigantamax. So it's a very sleazy system. It's very sleazy. When I think of this whole Gigantamax thing, I'm thinking like just like a grease ball selling, like going from town to town and back in the Western days, selling snake oil or something. That's what I feel like when I think about this now, the way they went about it. It's very unfortunate. But again, it is going to be a bit of a rock, paper, scissors strategy for the people who do not have massive groups of people. Kind of just talk to your friends, talk to your groups, see which Pokemon at the time. We still have a little bit to go. We still have a little while to go. It's going to be on the 26th and 27th. But all right, what do you guys have powered up for your Dynamax? Oh, okay, I have a bunch of Charizard. All right, let's hit Venusaur. All right, after you're able to take out Venusaur, you hit Blastoise. After Blastoise, you hit Charizard. It's like that, okay? Again, if you live in a big city, you don't need to worry about this. But for the rest of us, that's something for us to think about. And then I see a lot of the comments like, spoofers have it easy. Look, just let it go. Okay, yeah. So people are gonna spoof, and if they spoof, okay, whatever. You better hope the spoofers are gonna come in and help you. Okay, that's where they're going to be helping you, for the people who do not have too many. So I'd watch yourself on talking about them, because you may just need their help in the future. Not glorifying it, but you know what I mean. Anyways, folks, just wanted to throw out a couple of strategies here for you to start thinking about it, because we do have some time, but you don't want to wait 2 days before it and you're like, oh, now what do I do? Okay, go out there, use your max particles for free. Battle the Kanto starters, battle the Galarian starters, and then, you know, see what kind of IVs you can pull out of that, and just, you know, work around that situation. I know it's a little bit whack, but what can I say? Random little strategy here. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you can give it a thumbs up, that'd be much appreciated. And I'll catch you all next time. Take care.